Hello, in this video we'll discuss the assignments in Unit 3, Activity 3. And there'll be two assignments. The first one will ask you to do an advertising analysis. So hopefully you've gone through everything in the content of this activity and you hopefully have a good understanding of the techniques that are used in advertising and how they try to target certain audiences, because you'll have to be able to apply what you learned to a particular commercial. So if you follow the steps to complete your advertising analysis, the first step says choose one of the following 4 commercials. So choose one of these 4. You can give them all a quick watch if you like. They're only about 30 seconds or so each. So you can watch them all, but then choose one of these 4, okay? And then move on to step 2. And then in step 2, you're going to download the advertising analysis worksheet. And it's a Microsoft Word document, so if you download it, it'll look like this. You can download it and convert it into a Google Doc, or if you want, I've provided the questions right here, so you can just copy the questions into a Google Doc if you prefer. Okay, but if we take a look at the worksheet, it's going to say watch one of the 4 commercials on the assignment page and answer the following questions. Use full sentences. So first question, what is the product or service being advertised in the commercial? So not just the brand, so it's not just the name of the company I'm asking for here, but what is the specific product or service that they're trying to sell? And then if we move down to question number 2, it says describe the TV commercial. And this question is broken up into A and B. In A, it says, what images do you see in the commercial? What are the people in the commercial doing? You don't have to describe every single frame of the commercial in every single detail, but do give me a sense that you understand what is going on in the commercial. So give me an explanation of the images that you see in the commercial. What are the actions that the people are doing in the commercial? And then B, what do you hear? What do the people in the commercial or the narrator say? You don't have to write every single word, especially if it's a commercial with a lot of talking, but at least summarize what is said. And if they have important slogans or important lines that they're using to try to sell their product, make sure you mention them here. Okay, so what do you see in A and what do you hear in the commercial in B? And then if we move on to question 3, what is the commercial's target audience? What age group, what gender, what social class? Who do you think they're targeting? And don't say everyone. Sure, a commercial would like everyone to see what they're selling and go out and buy it, but commercials target specific people, and so I'd like you to explain why you think this commercial is targeting a specific audience, whether it's an age group, whether it's a gender, whether it's a social class. Who are they targeting? Question number 4, fully explain how the commercial uses 2 advertising techniques. So I briefly reminded you here, star power, wish fulfillment, nostalgia. Those are 3 of the advertising techniques, but you can go back and you can look in the content of the activity for all of the advertising techniques for an explanation. And I'm asking you to choose 2 advertising techniques that you think are being used in the commercial that you're analyzing, and explain to me how the commercial uses those 2 techniques. Number 5, according to the commercial, why should you buy the product or service? So simply put, what is the reason that the commercial is giving for why you should buy this product, or if it's a service, why you should buy this service? You should be able to summarize that in 2 to 3 sentences here. Okay? Remember, for all of these questions, you're giving full sentences, and whenever you can, back yourself up with specific details or specific examples from the commercial. And lastly, number 6, do you think the commercial was effective? Why or why not? So I'm asking your personal opinion. Do you think the commercial effectively sells their product or their service? Do you think that this commercial would grab people's attention? Do you think this commercial would reach their target audience? So overall, in your opinion, is this an effective commercial? And back yourself up. Give specific details from the commercial which support your point. All right. With that said, if you can answer these 6 questions, you've completed the advertising analysis, and that is assignment number 1. So once you've completed the advertising analysis worksheet, you can submit it. You can submit it to the Dropbox as you always do. There is a second assignment, and the second assignment is our third portfolio entry. So you did 1 portfolio entry in Unit 1, you did 1 portfolio entry in Unit 2, and now we're doing a portfolio entry in Unit 3. If you remember, you should be saving your portfolio entries. There's no Dropbox here for you to submit them. You'll submit them all together at the ending of the semester, and they'll be worth 10% of your grade. So hopefully you have a Microsoft Word or a Google Doc that's already saved that has your first 2 portfolio entries, and now you can just go back to that same document and go to the next page and write your portfolio entry number 3. And in order to do that, you're going to answer this question right here. So it says, in your opinion, are you influenced by advertising? Do TV or radio commercials, print advertisements, or any other form of advertisement influence your decisions? Fully explain why or why not. So I just want your personal opinion. I want you to write about yourself. And do you think advertising impacts you? Keep in mind that there's many forms of advertising. When you're walking down the street and you see billboards, those are advertisements. When you see someone wearing a shirt with a brand on it, that's an advertisement. Advertisements, if you paid attention in the content of this activity, are everywhere. They're not just traditional TV and radio commercials. We can't really avoid them. And so I'm curious to know, acknowledging the fact that we see advertisements all the time, all around us, do you think that that advertisements influence you in any way? And I'm curious to know why or why not. I'd like you to provide specific examples from your own life and from your own experiences with advertising. And as always, with all of your portfolio entries, I'm asking you to write at least 8 sentences. And again, a reminder, you're not submitting this, this should say portfolio entry number 3 here. You are not submitting your portfolio entry now. You're going to save it, and you're going to submit all of your portfolio entries together in Unit 5 at the ending of the semester. If you have any questions, or if you run into any trouble with the portfolio entry or with the advertising analysis, please let me know.